Good morning, Bryce Chapman here, founder of 5am Wake Up Call. Look, I'm just up here at our farm or ranch, 2.5 hours north of Sydney, just feeding our cattle in the morning as the sun comes up. Now, I help busy people in a demanding world who feel frustrated or overwhelmed by lost ambition and dreams. I help them to block out time every morning so that they can take massive action with purpose and focus to quickly stop living their accidental life and start living their new rich life. Now, I do this through a 5am wake up call strategy. Now, the main foundation of a 5am wake up call strategy is finding what I call your magnificent obsession. So, just for a second, I just want to ask you, is there something in your life that you're just not doing yet? Is there a dream that you once had that you've put on the back burner? That may be losing weight, getting fit, writing a book, getting a dream job, earning money, earning lots of money. Whatever your magnificent obsession is or your dream is, ask yourself, are you doing it now? And if you're not, why not? I reckon that most times the reason people aren't doing their dream or working towards their dream is that they're busy. Okay, we live in a very, very busy world. And you know what? When we get busy, the first thing that gets put on the back bench is our dreams. Okay, we get busy at work, we get busy with family, we get busy with our partners, we have mortgages, we have bills, we have blah, blah, blah. The pressure, the busyness, it's incredible. Okay, we're all very busy and we don't have time for anything else. We're flat out staying above water as it is. So the first thing to go is usually our dreams. Okay, now if that's the case, I have a strategy to bring working towards your dreams to the top of your day, right at the very beginning, before the busyness starts to take over, before you've got to get the kids to school, before you've got to go to work, before you've got to get busy, busy, busy. Now that's a 5am wake up call strategy. And once you've identified your magnificent obsession, that'll give you energy to bounce out of bed at 5 o'clock knowing that you've got half an hour or whatever to work strategically, persistently, and with discipline and focus towards that dream. And if you do that every morning, it will succeed. Okay, you will get there. It might take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or it might take longer, but you will definitely get there. Now, look at the downside. If you don't do this, and that 1 or 2 or 3 or longer years goes past, and you haven't started, where will you be then? You'll be looking back in time saying, if only I started back then. If only I started writing the book last year or the year before. If only I started that new business a few years ago. If only I started losing weight a few years ago. If only I started getting fit a few years ago. If only. We don't want to live in the if only world. We want to live in the taking action now towards our dreams, towards our magnificent obsession. That is the 5am wake up call strategy. However, it's all very easy to get motivated and say, yes, I've found my dream, I've found my passion, I know what I want to do, I'm going to start working towards it. But what usually happens is the world starts to take over. We get busy. We get other people start asking us to do things. Okay, we start putting our own dreams back on the back bench. So what we need to do is we need to get all the foundations of our life pushing us towards success, pushing that dream towards being achieved. Now, there's 5 areas or 5 foundations of your life that our 5am wake up call strategy will work on. Now, the first one is our friends and family. We need our friends and family to be pushing us towards success. You know, have you ever told a friend or a family an idea that you've got that means a lot to you, that you think's a ripper and you want to go with it? And they've sort of rolled their eyes, or they've paused for half a second, just enough for you to plant that seed of doubt to go, ooh, perhaps that wasn't a good idea. Well, we need to get on top of that. We need our friends and family to be supporting us, to be pushing us forward. Okay, and there's also friends and family who are outright dangerous. Okay, they're dragging us down. Okay, I have the strategy to remove those from our lives, or at least put them out of sight while we're staying focused on our dreams. Okay, health and fitness. Doesn't matter how successful or how much you do in life, if you're not feeling healthy and fit, none of it matters. Okay, you're going to feel lousy, you're going to feel depressed, you're going to feel unmotivated. Okay, you're not going to want to get up and work towards your dream. Okay, you can't appreciate things when you're not feeling well. Okay, so my 5 a.m. wake up strategy will help overcome those problems. Okay, it'll help you get fit so that you're energized, so that you can take on every day with vigor and energy. Okay, happiness. Look, we all need to be happy. Everyone says that. Life's meant to be happy. Well, actually, life has ebbs and flows, ups and downs. It's not always happy, and if you think you can be happy all the time, well, that's actually impossible. But I have some strategies of making happiness be more often than not. I'll just quickly feed a couple of these guys. More often than not. Now, we can eliminate things that don't make us happy in the day, and we can focus more on the things that do. That simple strategy of reducing the things that don't make us happy and doing more of the things that do make us happy is just one of the tricks that I have to make your days as happy as possible. Okay, because you need to be happy while you're on this journey. Happiness doesn't come when you get the success, when you build the business, when you write the book, or after you've lost the weight, or after you're fit. Happiness comes throughout the whole journey. Okay, wealth. The foundation of wealth needs to be understood, because quite often we're bashing ourselves up over things that we don't even want. We want the $100 million. We want the huge yacht, the mansion, the helicopter or the Learjet. We don't want any of that. Okay, well, you may, but we need to double check. Okay, so we're not bashing ourselves up over things. You know what? The 5 a.m. wake up strategy is going to mind map all the things that you actually want so that you can quantify it, so that you know exactly what it's going to take to get that. Okay, because once you've got that clear, you can stop bashing yourself up over all these things that you don't actually want. Okay, and the last one's work. Now, I put work last for a reason. Okay, work can be in combination with the other 4 foundations. However, most of us put work on top. They put it ahead of our friends and family, ahead of our health and fitness. Work needs to be placed in its right spot. Okay, now we need to have that under control. We need to create work that we love, that give us passion, that pushes forward, and work that supports our magnificent obsession. Okay? Work can't be dragging us down so that our magnificent obsession suffers or cannot work. Okay, so they're the 5 foundations. We've got health and fitness. We've got friends and family. We've got happiness. We've got understanding wealth, and we've put work in its right place. Now, all these foundations are going to push our magnificent obsession towards success. That's guaranteed. And if you place working on this at the very beginning of the day with a 5 a.m. wake up strategy, it will happen. It cannot fail. It's pure mathematics. Day in, day out, working towards your magnificent obsession. You will get there. John Grisham used to write 1 page every morning at 5:30 until he completed his book. Day in, day out. Okay? Now, John Grisham's career exploded. That's how it started, a simple 5 a.m. wake up strategy. However, I want you to add all the others. I want these other foundations to push your magnificent obsession towards success so that you cannot fail. Okay? Well, look, anyway, I'm going to get back to feeding the cattle, but what I'd love to do is I'd love to tell you about my website, www.5amwakeupcall.com. I have heaps of free information there. I've even got some free coaching. You can go on there and write me a question and I'll answer you back as soon as possible. It does depend on whether I'm up here at the farm or whether I'm back in Sydney at Narrabeen in the office. So get on there, do some free coaching. There's an MP3 that you can download for free. Okay, there's got a lot of tips on that as well. And I've soon to come a newsletter that's going to be bringing weekly information all the time. So depending on when you're listening to this, it may have already happened. So please head over to www.5amwakeupcall.com. Head over there now, check it out. Oh yeah, just before I go, if you think you're a night owl and this waking up early morning stuff's not for you, well, just try it. You know what? I used to be a night owl. When I was at university, I used to start late every night. I'd be doing assignments at the last minute, studying for exams until 2 o'clock in the morning. That's just what we used to do at university, and it still happens now. However, sadly, that trend with some people continues throughout their life. Now, a lot of people are very productive at night, so that's fine. But for those who aren't finding any productive time in their day at all, please try the strategy of getting up early in the morning. As I said, I've been a night owl and I've done it in the morning. And I'll tell you what, the productivity in the morning is far superior. I call that super productivity. I can work for half an hour in the morning or an hour, and that's worth 3 or 4 times the amount of time if I leave it to the end of the day when I'm tired, when my brain's exhausted. See, early in the morning, I'm fresh. My brain sparks up, okay? As soon as I go through my ritual of having a coffee, doing some stretches, and I sit down and ready to work, my brain ignites, okay? It's not cluttered up with the day yet. Anyway, if you're a night owl, give it a go. Just try it, or at very least, go to my website and check it out. Okay? Anyway, as I said, I've got to feed these cattle. Head over www.5amwakeupcall.com. Be sure to opt in, and I'll talk to you again, I hope, very soon. And once again, this is Bryce Chapman, founder of 5am Wake Up Call, and this is your 5am Wake Up Call.